March is National Endometriosis Awareness Month. Endometriosis is a painful and incurable women's health disease that affects over 176 million women around the world. Shondalise Duster has more on how women with endometriosis are staying healthy while battling this disease at the same time.
Everyone's like, how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you not eat?
Meredith Gerson is one of many women living with endometriosis. At 28 years old, she's known to many as the fit chick with endo. As a certified holistic health counselor, she spends her time educating other women with endometriosis on how to live a healthy lifestyle and manage their pain.
Shoulders down. Okay, now take a deep breath in. Bring your arms all the way up.
She not only exercises, but eats cleaner. She says one of the first steps toward health isn't just medicine.
There's trigger foods, things that are going to inflame you. So it's not even specifically for endometriosis. It could be for any autoimmune disease. But they're things that swell you up, basically. So foods like gluten and wheat, dairy, anything with soy is a huge trigger.
Gerson says processed foods can also cause issues and recommends cooking from scratch. Even the way one's food is cooked can make a huge difference in their health.
A non-stick pan or coconut oil. There's also avocado oil that you can use too, that's so good. You can find tons of different oils, but I also bake a lot. So I bake and I steam a lot of stuff too to reduce so much oil intake.
The journey of healthy eating can be hard, but Gerson says you'll not only look better, but you'll feel better. For District Wire News, I'm Shondalise Duster.
A new study suggests that exercise may benefit cancer treatment. In the study involving mice, aerobic exercises slowed down the growth of breast cancer tumors, making the cancer sensitive to chemotherapy. And it also raises the possibility that exercise could change how cancer spread. And this makes it much, much easier to treat. Now, although there is no scientific evidence to show that exercise affects tumor biology, people should be exercising as is advisable when you are undergoing your cancer treatment. Fitness apps are all the rage, and there are countless apps in your phone to store the act of your guide to work. There are tons of apps in your phone that you can use to guide losing weight, but there are apps that are also here to help you count your calories. Mahafreen has more on how you should be using these apps to start counting your calories.
Fitness apps are all the rage. However, most of these apps don't seem to work. A recent study by Endeavor Partners found that these apps are making US consumers even fatter. March is considered to be the National Nutrient Month, and AT&T has come up with a variety of apps, including Pocket Nutrition and Lose It. Samantha Codario is American University's fitness training coordinator. She says that though technology makes counting calories easy, the device alone won't do the work.
It's there to help you and guide you, but if you don't use it the right way, or you don't have the motivation to even, use it properly, it's not going to work or have the benefit that it really could have.
The trick, according to health researchers, is that to lose 1 pound a week, a person needs to be in a negative calorie range per day for 7 days. Carnegie Mellon University's Innovation Institute surveyed more than 2,000 millennials and found out that more than 67% of people who don't maintain a healthy diet don't find fitness apps useful.
I don't recommend it very often. If someone's on a specific diet plan and they know exactly what they're eating, when they're going to eat it, that's someone who you probably want to log it. That way they see it, they visually understand it.
Despite of various fitness apps like Endomondo, MyFitnessPal, and Lose It, can technology replace a genuine desire to eat healthy and stay in shape? For District Wire News, I'm Mahafreen Mistry.
Estimates show that nearly 1.5 million head injuries occur every year in the U.S. And leaving an injury unchecked can put one at risk for other brain-related disorders and even cause death. However, a study shows that practicing yoga provides physical and mental health benefits for those recovering from the traumatic brain injury. In 2012, a study revealed that yoga can provide long-term breathing and general body wellness, and then also improve your social functions. Organizations all over the country are promoting yoga as a necessary practice for those who have suffered a traumatic brain injury. March is also known as National Brain Injury Awareness Month. Today, And today in studio, we have, so yoga has been a popular practice. Over 20 million people in the United States are practicing yoga. So here in studio, we have our guest, an actual licensed practitioner, Liz. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
Good to be here.
Great, and we're gonna ask a couple questions about the benefits of yoga, and maybe, we'll try and dabble and do a little bit of yoga today. I know I'm not dressed appropriately, but I trust you can work it out. So let's talk about just the overall benefits. What can people who are starting yoga expect to start feeling either immediately or sort of further down the road if they keep on going with it?
So I think a lot of what people anticipate with yoga is, the strength building, and maybe you'll get thinner and maybe you'll get fit, and it's like any other exercise. But yoga has so much more. I mean, there's the benefits to your mind. You really feel grounded as you go through your yoga practice, and it's all about being in the present moment. And so you use your breath to go through staying grounded, staying in the present moment, because anything that happened before or anything that's coming later, it doesn't matter. There's nothing else other than being here right now.
Excellent. So how did you start practicing yoga? Have you been doing this for a long time?
Yeah, so I've been doing yoga for about 3 years now. So, nothing compared to the people that I learned from who've been practicing for decades upon decades, and they're truly incredible. But I first got into it actually from a head injury. I was a soccer player. And I got a really bad concussion and couldn't play anymore. And so I found that I really needed to find a way to get some of my crazy energy out, and I found yoga, and it's been amazing for me, really life-changing.
Wow, that's great to hear, and especially telling in terms of this being National Awareness Month for traumatic brain injuries. Mm-hmm. Can you talk about if someone is coming into yoga for the first time, what should they sort of know? What are the sort of tips to make sure you're going to stick with it and keep going on with it?
So I think the biggest thing to recognize is the first teacher you try might not be the teacher for you, or the type of yoga that you try might not be the type of yoga for you. So really being open-minded. I think that's the biggest thing for yoga, is being open-minded about what type of practice you like. Maybe even the studio atmosphere doesn't really fit you. So really being open, maybe going with friends and just trying different classes out, trying out different teachers is really important.
All right, so we're gonna try and do a pose today. So we've got our mat here set up,
Yes.
and all right, we're gonna see how this works, guys. All right, it's entertainment TV, so be easy on me, easy on me.
So, and anyone that's taken my class, I really like teaching what's called crow pose. So this is called Kakasana, and what you're doing is, it's kind of a sneaky way to use your abs. It's a really good core strengthener, and something that you don't realize you're really using your core, but it's really central to this pose.
All right.
And so I always like introducing it because it's something you can do at any level, and there's a lot of stages of it, and ultimately you'll work up into crane pose. But for today, so it's really about building these push-up arms, so building that shelf with your triceps like that. And so you're gonna try and so you're gonna try and bring either your knees up towards your armpits, or you're gonna bring your armpits towards your knees. So whichever way makes more sense. So I like coming from the ground. Some people like coming from standing.
All right, well, first of all, we're gonna get this hair out the way.
So I'll demonstrate just to show you what we're working towards. So
absolutely.
Getting your knees to sort of rest on that shelf of your arms.
Oh, wow.
And then lifting the feet. An end goal would be bringing the arms straight. But for today, just working on getting that balance. Mm-hmm. And keeping your toes on the ground is a great way to build up the core and build up the arms.
Absolutely.
But you can just stay here.
All right, well, let's, for today, right? Step one.
So get those knees as high up above those elbows as you can, if
man.
possible in this outfit.
Woo.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that's something to play with at home, and something I like.
Alone.
I like giving that tool to students.
Excellent.
To
Well,
practice.
thank you so much, Elizabeth Cole, for being with us today. All right. So, coming up, Ooh, gotta get that air back in. Coming up, no matter what your first language is, everyone speaks the language of music. Stay tuned for a report from Jordan Sharp about the music industry and how it's fighting back against local music groups. We'll be right back.